Sam Harris and Jordan Peterson recently had a conversation on Sam's podcast. Something that struck me that I'm still having trouble with is the difference of fact versus value. I will continue my own thoughts as I do not want to put words in their mouths, so please excuse any overlap with their conversation. Science has given us many objective facts about the universe. It has become an incredible tool that has allowed us to produce so much in a very short amount of time. But science does not tell us how we should behave, what we should actually do in our day-to-day lives. This is where myth and religion enter our world. They tell us how we should or ought to act. Jordan indicated that value comes before fact, while Sam indicated fact comes before value. And this is where I'm somewhat stuck. It seems obvious to us in our objective science that facts do come before values, but when I think on this, it isn't so obvious. Due to our limited and fragile state, we have to choose what facts to investigate and pay attention to. We cannot know all the facts of a situation, nor do we consciously choose the facts that we gravitate to. Given this limited nature, we need some way to be able to pay attention to what we perceive as important in this endless sea of information. So value is assigned or evolved to give us some way to sort through the endless amount of information around us. So objects and phenomena do indeed exist independent of our knowledge of them. However, we can only know of things from our human viewpoint, not from the objective world. Even as we strive ever closer for more information and we work to what we believe to be ever closer to the ultimate truth, we can also see things from our human viewpoint. I cannot even imagine what the world would look like outside our viewpoint, because no matter how objective we try to be, we cannot escape the fact that we are limited human creatures. So how do we resolve the fact that there are limited and value-dependent creatures first, that is what we are? Even as we see evidence that there is indeed an objective reality that we are seemingly forever cut off from, at least of knowing directly. Accept our limited nature and value-driven nature, even as we imagine the truth that we reach for, but accept we may never know. When we imagine, we are creating a mythical narrative. If we know what has come before us and learn the insights such mythical and religious narratives give, we can build further upon them, so that as our information from our research into the objective reality grows, our knowledge of how we ought to behave grows as well. And as we've already established, facts do not tell us what to do, how we should behave. And that is why it is important that our knowledge of how to behave grows as well. As an aside, I have thought that many people may see this value-driven nature of ours as simply an error in the information. I disagree. We have to have this value-driven nature first because we are not omnipotent. We can only pay attention to so little of all the information around us. We are as if in a seemingly endless dark cave, and our attention is like a match we are waving around trying to figure out what is around us. I don't like this conclusion, but I have to admit there is no escape from what we are. Pretending otherwise seems very dangerous, for in our blind arrogance we will mistake ourselves for gods, and we will make disastrous mistakes in our believed superiority. This also occurred to me in thinking about this subject, and I would appreciate any commentary that anyone else can provide. If one believes in an objective reality, then one does indeed believe in God, for you believe in something greater than yourself.